Hello, my name is Haley. I just came out with an album and I asked you guys to ask me some questions about it or anything else. And yeah, this one here now. So, first question, why did you learn how to play guitar and how? So, why? Mainly because I always wanted to, but I think a more deeper reason is because I was always in musical theater throughout my young life, and I just kind of got tired of the whole politics of it, of how you had to play favorites, you had to like make sure you were in the group. I just was like, and also I kind of was getting tired of singing other people's songs that have been done over and over and over and over. As much as I love musical theater, basically I just wanted to learn, have my own songs that no one has ever sung and no one can sing like me. So then I picked up the guitar and started learning how to play it. And how did I learn how to play it? YouTube. YouTube, basically, YouTube University. What was the first song you ever wrote? So I wrote songs since I was like really little, but like I think you mean like completely done like with guitar. The first song I ever wrote was in high school, like right after I learned how to play guitar. And I wrote two really close to the same time, and they were both, one of them was about like my theater department and how I felt kind of like people didn't like me, maybe like I wasn't in the groups that I needed to be in, that I didn't like play the games that like people played. I don't know. I'm not about to do that. I'm sorry. Like I have other things to do. And the second song that I wrote was called F for Forever, and it was for my high school graduation. I didn't get picked, but I sing it at a lot of my acoustic shows, or I don't know, my shows in general. So I might have not get to sing it then, but I'm still singing it all these years later. So, what songs are you particularly excited to release? So, this album came about a long time ago. I wrote it pretty much right after I released my first album, and I didn't love it. I was kind of like, I don't want to release this because of like the meanings behind some of the songs, or like I don't really love it, and I just, but then it kind of grew on me as I, went on, and I was kind of like, the meaning behind it is a lot deeper than my first album, and I think that alone just is the reason why I want to release it. Yeah. Oh, which ones I'm excited to release? I'm excited to release, honestly, like, I like all of the songs. Like, I think I like the meanings behind all of the songs a lot. But I think maybe my favorite song is one of the remixes. I know. But one of the remixes is just like, I just like listen to it and it's just like so catchy, and it's like one of those songs that I would actually always play. I love all of the songs. I think they're, yeah, but I am excited for the remixes. I'm excited for the regular songs too, but like overall, I just really like the message that this album has, because it's very well thought out, and I think everything goes together in a certain way. And I'm not going to explain all of it, but it's very, very detailed, and I love it. What are the songs about? Okay, so I guess I will kind of talk about it. I have 4 songs on this album, which I know is a little bit short, but like, whatever. That's another reason why I was, releasing this album, because it's like, oh, I wanted it to be longer, I wanted it to be more detailed, I wanted all of this. But then I realized, like, you can't release every single song that you write. As much as I would like to, I still have like a lot of the music that I make at shows. Like, I'll still perform all the songs that I write, but like I can't professionally produce all of my songs. So yeah. But anyways, what were we talking about every single song? So every single song is kind of about, in like, just like growing up as like an older 20s person, and like kind of not knowing where you're going, but at the same time doing everything you can to get to the right spot. And comes along in that, like, it spells seas, so it's like the seas, like the ocean, of like how it's like so wide and vast, but like you can do anything on it. Have you ever gotten in a fist fight? Okay, this one's a little different, but yeah, I used to beat my sisters up. No, I'm just kidding. No, not a real fist fight. Do you like runway or print modeling more? Okay, well, I do runway and I do print modeling. I do like print more just because I get a lot better photos, like it pays a lot more, and I just always did that more than runway. But there is something about runway that kind of just like gives me a little bit of a, you know, because like you have to be a certain like everything to do it thing. So I like that. Are you playing any shows in Arizona? Honestly, probably not. If I go back and it happens, cool, but it's not really on my list. But it would be nice. I'm not against it. But I did have shows in Arizona for years, so we could have come to those. Just kidding. But, you know. When was the last time you cried? Okay, so I already read this question, but like when I was reading this question, the last time that I cried was when I read another question that you guys sent in. So one of the questions that was sent in was, is everything okay? Like, I'm worried about you. And like, oh, God, I'm gonna cry now. But like, I don't know. No one ever asks me like how I'm doing or like if I'm okay or like really anything of that nature. So it's just kind of like, I can probably count on like two hands about the amount of times people have asked me that in my entire life. So it's just kind of like, oh, whoa, okay. So yeah, that was kind of like, would make me cry a little bit, but whatever. What kind of engineer are you? So you didn't know, I'm also an engineer. My degree is in mechanical, but I also basically do electrical work and I have a computer science certificate. So, you know. Do you ever get overwhelmed with everything that you do? Yes, obviously. Um, I feel like I'm always doing a million things, but I mean, yeah, sometimes I feel overwhelmed, but it's like something that I really like to do, so it's not like overwhelmed in a horrible way. And I always have the choice to step back. Not that I ever really do. I feel like I don't think I've ever been like, oh, I need to rest, I need to stop. Like I think I have been consistently doing music my whole life and consistently doing. I don't really have a time that I didn't do shows. I don't know. It would be nice to be able to just like relax and not do everything, but like nah, I like what I do. When are we going on a date? Oh, God, I hate this. I think it's so annoying when people do this. The only reason why it wasn't horrible is because this wasn't anonymous. But, like, I don't know. I went through this whole phase for a really, really long time that I refused to go out with anybody who asked me out via text. But, like, nowadays, like, I don't know, man. You know, gosh. How old do you want to be when you get married? 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I would like to have been 5 years younger and been already married. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Like, I just feel like I'm just so exhausted with dating that, like, I just don't even think marriage is like something that I'm like so like needing anymore. I would be over the moon, like absolutely blown away if I ever find someone that I would want to marry that also wants to marry me. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have like, I want to be 30 or I want to be like whatever age. Like, I don't know. I just would be thankful enough if I found someone that I wanted to be around, that they wanted to be around me. I'd be thankful enough. Okay. Name all of your exes. That was a stupid one. Like, okay, sorry, it wasn't stupid, but like, what do you think? Like, I have like 50 million exes. I have like four, if that. Like, I don't know, but I also think that I don't consider a lot of people exes that other people consider to be exes. Like, I'm not gonna do that regardless. That's silly. Are you talking to anyone? Oh my gosh. Again, I don't do that. Like, I feel like I'm either dating you or I am single. Like, I don't do this whole like, are you talking to them? What are we, like in high school? I don't know. granted, yeah, that's the way people date nowadays, but I don't take part in it. I'm either with you or I'm not. And like, I don't do this whole talking stage. Like, I don't know. That's kind of embarrassing to me. Like, that's, that's embarrassing. I would never tell someone that I'm like talking to them. Ew. 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 Okay, anyways. Do you hate anyone? I don't think I care enough about anyone to hate them. Yeah, that's not my thing. I don't really care. Okay, best and worst part about living in California. One, the opportunity. Also, I love the beach and the amount of things to do. Like, I think the amount of things to do, like, if you're bored in California, you're boring or you put in absolutely zero effort. Like, I don't think you can. And, like, yeah, so I would say, did I say the people already? I say the people are really good. The amount of things to do, the beauty of it. Yeah, there's just so many things. Worst part about being in California, I don't know. I mean, I would say, I guess the expensiveness of it, but like, I mean, what can you do? You know, I mean, you don't. What can you do? What can you do? So also, I think that's a little bit like where I live. It's a little like cliquey-ish. Like it's hard to be. I don't know. It's like, I think it's a little cliquey. I think, but like whatever. That's not a huge con. My best and worst place that I've traveled, well, like in the U.S. or in the world. But I already thought about this, so the best place that I've traveled in America, honestly, I'm gonna say Northern California. Like, or just California in general. And then the best place that I've traveled, like in the world, not counting California, I always say Greece. I love Greece. It's the only country that I've ever been to more than twice or three times. Like, I love it out there. I love the water. I love the colors. I love the beauty. Like, no, 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 no. Also, I have a second one, is the Philippines. I think the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to in my life were in the Philippines. And I still think that, like, but also brings me to my worst place that I've ever been is also the Philippines. More specifically, Cebu City in the Philippines. The only place I've ever been in my whole life that I didn't like. I don't know, the transportation is horrible. Like, the people, oh no, the people are very, very nice. Like, I would say Filipino people, nicest people I've ever met. Like, going to the Philippines, I'm just waving, like everyone's like, hi, hi, hi. Everyone wants to help you. Everyone wants to have dinner with. I'm just like, let's go. I don't know. Like, very, very, very nice people. Very, very nice people, but just also very, very dirty. The water's just like completely like a film over it. Like, I don't know. But beautiful and horrible. So, not horrible, but like beautiful and not my favorite. So, you know, if I had to pick a place. Oh, and best travel story. This one is also in the Philippines. So I was in El Nido in the Philippines. I was there by myself. I had just gone to this place to like fill my water bottle up, and I put my phone on top of the water bottle, so just so I can hold everything, because everything was in my hands. And then I leave. I go back to my hotel. I take a shower. I change my clothes. I get all ready. And after like 20, 30 minutes, I'm like, oh, I need to look at my phone, and it's gone. And I'm like, oh my God. So I run back to the place where I filled my water, because that was the only place that I went. And it was still on top of the jug. I don't know. That was like, I was just like so thankful. Like, oh my God, if I lost my phone and all of my cards, all of my money, all of my ID, my everything was there. And I would have been like, oh gosh, thank you to the Filipinos who didn't steal my stuff. So my worst travel story, I mean, I don't really have like a worst travel story. Like, thankfully, I don't really have horrible stories. And I was really thinking about this. I was like, honestly, I think the worst things that have ever happened to me have been where I live right now. Like, I have been chased going into like grocery stores and the gas station. I mean, things like that have happened to me abroad too, but not to the degree that it happened out here. Like, yeah, I've had like guys like follow me around, like depending on where I'm at. What is your favorite sport? I assume you mean sport to like, actually I don't know, just to watch or to play. So my favorite sport to watch, I don't know, man. Honestly, like I don't really love watching sports. I like going to the games depending who I'm with. Like if I'm with a bunch of fun people, I'm gonna love it. But am I ever gonna go to a sporting event to watch the game? Probably not. I'm gonna be watching the clock more than I watch the game. But if I were to choose one, I would pick basketball. I think basketball is the best one to watch. My favorite sport to play, I also assume that you mean like team sport. I'm not gonna say, I'm gonna say gymnastics or like certain, no, I think you mean like team sport. I guess volleyball. I don't know. I just joined a volleyball team. It's pretty fun. I would play any sport if my friends were there. So, but if I had to pick a sport and I didn't know anyone and I wanted to join a sport somewhere, I would pick probably volleyball, I guess. I feel like tennis also would be a good one, but that's more of like an individualized sport. So I'll pick volleyball. Final answer. Well, that is everything. Thank you. Make sure to listen to my album that's coming out. And thank you for all of your support in, oh wait, I did have one more actually. My last question was, what is the nicest thing anyone has ever done for you? I deleted it, sorry, I don't know why. But the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me, honestly, is when you guys come to my shows. The fact that my friends have come to my shows, like, and I'm pretty sure all of my friends have been to at least one of my shows at this point. I mean, I would say most of them, and like, I don't know, I just think that's really nice, like, and yeah. All right, now that's the end. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the whole thing if you made it to the end. And yeah, I hope you like my album. I hope you like my music. I hope you come to some of my shows that are coming up. And yeah, I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day.